Next stop, Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam, located in the north along the Red River. It's a city that blends over 1,000 years of history with a fast-paced, modern energy. We took a limo bus and arrived at Hanoi La Selva Hotel, a simple but centrally located hotel in the heart of the Old Quarter. Troy immediately spotted a handful of craft brew spots near our hotel, so of course we had to check one out. It didn't take long before he found a favorite, a rich dark beer with chocolate and coffee notes that he was pretty much sold on from the first sip. Afterwards, we sampled bun cha at a crowded, delicious spot nearby. It's a Hanoi specialty made of grilled pork, served with rice noodles, fresh herbs, and a flavorful dipping sauce. The next day, we set out for the Ngoc Son Temple, located right in the middle of Hoan Kiem Lake. After grabbing our tickets for just about $2 per person, we walked across the iconic red bridge, passing colorful flowers along the way before reaching the temple. The temple dates back to the 19th century and is dedicated to General Tran Hoang Dao. The temple sits on a small island, giving it a peaceful, almost hidden feel, despite being right in the heart of the city. Inside, you'll find traditional architecture and even these giant soft-shell turtles that are considered sacred in Vietnamese culture. Afterwards, we walked along the banks of the lake, taking in the views and the lively energy of the city, even passing a group of enthusiastic local ladies dancing by the water. As we explored the city, we noticed a trend we'd seen throughout Southeast Asia. Sidewalks aren't really for walking. They're for parking, motorbikes, eating, socializing, and smoking. So pedestrians often end up weaving through traffic on the street instead. So we continued weaving our way through these lively streets, eventually stopping to admire St. Joseph's Cathedral. Built in 1886, it's one of Hanoi's most iconic landmarks with a facade that feels straight out of a European city right in the heart of Vietnam. Train Street is one of Hanoi's most iconic spots. We headed to Hanoi 1990s, one of the many cafes along the tracks. Train Street is a narrow stretch of railroad running right through a bustling neighborhood lined with cafes and shops. We ordered some drinks and waited for the main event. A few minutes before the train arrives, all the tables are folded down and we're instructed to tuck our knees to the side, because yep, it's that close. When the train roars past, it's such a surreal feeling, like you could reach out and touch it. The energy, the noise, and the thrill make it an unforgettable experience right in the middle of the city. We made our way to the Temple of Literature, one of Hanoi's most historic and culturally significant sites, with an entrance fee of about $3 per person. Established in 1070, it's dedicated to Confucius and honors scholars, education, and literature, making it Vietnam's first national university. Beyond the beautiful grounds and classic Vietnamese architecture are giant stone tablets recording the names of scholars who excelled in the royal exams centuries ago, a testament to Vietnam's long-standing respect for learning and wisdom. With its graceful sloping roofs, intricate carvings, and peaceful tree-lined paths throughout, this place is a serene escape from the busy streets of Hanoi, yet it's still brimming with history. Walking through, you get a real sense of the importance of education in Vietnamese culture and the reverence for those who mastered it. Today, the Temple of Literature is still a place of learning and respect for education, attracting students who come to pray for success in their studies, tourists exploring history, and locals enjoying the peaceful gardens and cultural events. After a little negotiation, we hopped into one of the bicycle-driven carts for the short ride to Tran Quoc Pagoda. The pagoda is set on a small, peaceful peninsula along the West Lake, surrounded by water and shady trees, giving it a serene atmosphere right in the heart of Hanoi. The pagoda is the oldest Buddhist temple in Hanoi, dating back to the 6th century. Its striking red and yellow architecture, tall octagonal tower, and intricate carvings make it a standout landmark. We spent some time strolling around the lake afterwards, soaking in the peaceful views and passing some interesting double-decker buses that had been converted into cafes. Eventually, we made our way to Standing Bar, which had a large selection of local and craft brews. We settled in on the second floor, relaxing and enjoying the view of the water as the city carried on around us. We visited the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, and the first thing we noticed were the very long lines of people waiting to pay their respects. Despite his wishes to be cremated, Ho Chi Minh's body was embalmed and is carefully preserved in a glass case inside the massive granite structure. Inside, everything is very quiet and respectful, with guards posted and strict rules, including no photos. As we left, I was struck by how well preserved he is and just how much reverence there still is for him all these years later. On our way out, we stopped at the One Pillar Pagoda, a small but iconic temple built on a single stone pillar designed to resemble a lotus flower rising out of the water. We knew our time in the land of affordable massages was coming to an end, so we enjoyed one last session before heading out to explore the chaos and energy of the night market. Even though the street food looked amazing, we were feeling a little cautious after our run-in with food poisoning. So we decided to play it safe with a fruit smoothie and a banh mi while people watching from those tiny street-side chairs. Honestly, it was the perfect way to wrap up our time in Hanoi and Vietnam.
Last banh mi.